Hi friends, it has been a while and I really wanted to make a video for you guys sharing my planner so far. 2021 has been an interesting year so far. I hope you all are doing very well and perhaps much better than last year at this time. So what I want to do is quickly just chat with you and flip through this book. I'm in the studio. I've been making a mess lately, but I thought it would be really fun to check in with you all. Let me know in the comments below how you're doing and give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and let's go. So this is my Archer and Olive planner collaboration, and it's a book that I love carrying around with me. I don't put it in a case anymore. I just usually have a pen here, but I just took it out and I wanted to show you how it's coming together because it's something that I love sharing, and also I know that you all feel very inspired when you get an overview of the thought process and also see all the embellishments that happen inside. It says, "Let sunny optimism shine on 2021. This book belongs to Amy Tangerine. Let's make this the brightest year yet." Just some stickers, a little note. Then we have a bunch of magazine cutouts, which I love having in the front. And this question has come up a lot as to what I'm doing in these pages, the dot grid ones that are in between. And I chose a word, present, for my one little word for this year. I went ahead and wrote both a state of awareness in the moment you're in and also, of course, the gift, which is such a beautiful word. I hope that it brings clarity, peace, laughter, delight, life-giving moments to this year by being present and also recognizing the gift in life in general. I have a sticker here, some more journaling. You'll find watercolor splashes, and also I used a lot of these Archer and Olive acrylograph pens here. Throughout the book, you'll see stickers and magazine cutouts as well. More of that. And I love the idea of just adding to it as you go. I think there's some beauty in not having it be perfect, but also recognizing that not only are you a work in progress, but so is your planner or journal or whatever you may be using to document your life. The monthly outlooks sometimes cover actual events that happen, but other times I just, put some stickers and whatnot all over it. The more you know who you are and what you want, the less you let things upset you. I love that. Protect your peace. It is no bad thing to celebrate a simple life. So you may have seen part of this. I'm not sure if I actually shared January with you here on YouTube, but you may have gotten a glimpse of this on Instagram if you follow along there. Focus on the good. Keep in mind that your energy creates your reality. I write things down that are random. Sometimes I write little things, sometimes I write big things. My therapist said to me, "You are held in so much light," and that has really carried me through to so much of the times where I struggle or I'm feeling down or less optimistic than I usually am. And I remind myself that I am held in so much light, and you are as well. And in case these words help you in some way, I want to share them. Danielle Laporte says, "If you listen to your heart, life won't need to shout," which I really like too. So there is, a bunch of little notes, Pavilions delivery, wildcard playoffs. Cindy played Skippo with Jack. I was supposed to run, but I was so sore, so I walked. This was my first run since March of 2020. So if you guys are on an exercise routine or regimen that's more than once a year, congratulations. So we did 2.5 miles running, 3 miles total, and I was exhausted. But I'm so glad I did it. And I haven't really run much since, maybe a few times. Find your calm. This was the last day we lived in our old house. We got Randy's donuts. I also clipped this from the newspaper, which I don't tend to do because it will probably yellow, but I'm not too bothered by it because I started the book West with Giraffes and happened to see that. This was our moving day into our new home, and I really want to recognize home as a sanctuary. So what did I write here? Astonishing, astounding, awe-inspiring, breathtaking, extraordinary, incredible, phenomenal, remarkable, spectacular, marvelous. Yes, please. Those are new enlightenments. This one says, focus on the energy of the solution. Danielle Laporte again. She has such wisdom. Find the light. Become more purposeful, productive, and powerful with how you spend your time. Now that is something that I'm very much embracing because time is something that I always thought you needed to rush through and you need to get a bunch of stuff done. You needed to really be productive and accomplish a lot. But this time around with my second baby and knowing that she is our last baby, I am trying to really soak it all in and I want to be brave and go slow. So this is something that I really believe is brave and courageous, actually, to take the time to pause, go slow, be present, remain in light. You're cultivating an amount of courage and strength and resilience in the process. Writing down feelings and quotes that inspire me. Sometimes I see Link of Hearts on Instagram with a quote, and then just some notes or questions that I've been asking myself. This was for parking at the beach. Once again, more stuff, random bits, sometimes from mailers. This is the delivery receipt for our sofa. You know, burger wrappers. Anything random that I feel like should go into my book as a record. Avocado toast. I was making a lot of avocado toast back then. A fresh perspective. Choose joy. 3-day weekend. JC and Jack jumped into the cold pool. Our pool was ready, but the heat was not turned on. And they did it. They wanted to be the first ones in. Jack was first. McDonald's wrapper. Target, of course. I took both kids to Target. That was a big deal. This is when our sofa was delivered. Uzumaki for dinner. It's a great local Culver City place if you are interested in sushi. It is one of our favorites. Rabbit Ladders is another favorite store of ours. Skincare products that were sent to me that I haven't tried yet, but they look beautiful. I want to wait until I finish some of the ones I have already opened. And I tried to do no dairy because Juniper was spinning up for a while. JC surprised me with a home massage in the backyard. It was beautiful. More of the randomness with magazine cutouts that are inspiring, maybe products that we get. This was a trash can, actually. SpongeBob. Jack was watching that movie. We went shopping and got some more stuff for the house. You see Uzumaki again. Stop glamorizing the grind. Start glamorizing being healthy. Then what else we have? More just random stickers and a little face that Jack drew. This, I feel, is very much my style. If you have been watching this consistently and seeing the weekly spreads, I think this embodies what I usually do, where I have the watercolor splashes in the background. It's very colorful. It has stickers. Another reason I think that this is very much my style too is because I use a lot of stickers from Oh Happy Day. I think that, no, that was a different collection. This was Picnic in the Park, sorry. And then I have a mix of the newest collection here, Good Vibes. Is the eyeball from the newest collection? I think so. So this is from Brave and Bold, and then these are from Picnic in the Park. And then, of course, Jack shared his Pokemon stickers with me, so that was really sweet. Are you finding that your colorful style comes out in waves. I mean, I sometimes like to do rainbow order, and then sometimes I go back to wanting to do just a few colors in the color scheme. Here, for example, you know, I stuck to a little bit less embellishments, a little bit more journaling, lots of boba, and we tried a new place, Viva Fresh, which was delicious. It's one of our new favorite go-to Mexican places. La Mora Pizza is delicious. I was doing no dairy, so JC got me a bunch of vegan cheeses. And Juniper had her first solids. This is something that I have been asking myself a lot. How can I infuse more ease and light into our everyday? Now, sometimes that means waking up early, tender self-care before everybody else gets up. Sometimes it means sleeping in. Basically, just being kinder to myself, I have found, helps a lot. And finding ways to prolong those feelings of joy. So this was a hard week. This is when the Asians were targeted in a mass shooting in Atlanta, and it just felt very heavy. You know, I don't think that I have written hate in my planner very much, but that was when the whole Stop Asian Hate movement really came onto our radar, I should say. And yeah, I had to take a break from the news cycle for a little bit, but I also wanted to see what was going on because I felt the need to be informed. And I think the beauty of doing this and really putting our thoughts on paper and our hopes and dreams is that we can recognize that deep within us, we are creative, we are whole, and what we put out into the world is really important. So if we prioritize our soul, if we do less, if we are driven by service, what can we do? And now look, we can't control the world around us, but we can choose to do things within ourselves that will ripple out into our family, our friends, the people around us, and then overall as an energy, we can elevate and maybe really reconnect with how alive we all are and bring the goodness into our lives and others. Raise them kind. I love that saying. I saw it on somebody's t-shirt that I passed by, and I don't know where they got it, but if I was still making a lot of t-shirts, I would make that one. I will never have this version of me again. Let me slow down and be with her. Always evolving. That is a beautiful quote, and I love it. Today is 4-3-2-1. We were singing that song all day, all morning. 4-3-2-1, earth below us. I can't sing, but yeah. Another at-home massage. Juniper rolled over from back to front twice. Let's take it slow and enjoy. I see a theme going on this year. Do you? I just shared this layout in Instagram, and I think this is another one of those that's evocative of my style. Now, it's not rainbow order, but it's very colorful and also has bits and pieces. This is from the cap of the boba tea. This is from Porto's Bakery that I just cut out. It's from a box. I peeled it too, so it's not as thick. If you use ephemera in your journals, like I do quite often, I have found that it tends to get thicker. And if you're using cardboard or something from a box or packaging, what I tend to do, even with business cards, is I peel off the back so that it's thin enough to stick in. I hope that is a little tip to help you. 5 months old, wallpapered Juniper's room, which I still have yet to share. She loves the flamingo floaty in the pool. Finally, this is when things started, I would say this is when things started looking up, and really, I don't know, it was like a weight was lifted, and we had a couple friends here in our house, and that was the first time in so long, and it was just a beautiful feeling. And then we also spotted mourning doves building a nest outside of our old house. And then my BFF came over with her kids, and we enjoyed the pool together, and it was just so awesome. And I feel like things are looking up. There is more hope more joy to be welcomed in. And this is not quite done, but I want to fill in a few of the gaps, but I'm okay with it being a little bit empty too. And that's something that I realize that I don't let myself do. I kind of go really hard, and then I either feel guilty about not catching up, or I guilt myself into catching up. I feel bad enough about it. It's so silly, right? Because I always tell you, give yourself grace, and I should probably do the same thing for myself. So in doing that, in saying that, I like the way this looks, and I'm okay with it if it stays this way, but I probably will fill in a little bit of gaps here. This is a new bookstore in Culver City that we love, that I haven't been to. JC's been there and he loves it. And I've heard really good things about it. So we are wrapping up the week's International Scrapbooking Day. We finally went out as a family. This was like a big outing for us to the Huntington, which was gorgeous. And now we're going into May. So here is where we are, filled in some of it, right? Biggest smile and burp ever, which is what Juniper had. It was so funny. Went to the beach with friends from school that we hadn't seen in a while. And yeah, this is where we are right now. So Juniper turned 6 months yesterday, and I want to probably fill it in here. Juniper is 6 months. This is a Tambo Furunosuke, which you guys know I love. That does it. This is actually from Tim Holtz. It's, I think, Distress Ink. I can't remember the name of it, shoot. But I'm going to experiment more with it and probably demo it soon so that you guys can see the process. But here we go. I hope you have enjoyed seeing this flip through, and I'm sorry that it wasn't so graceful or planned, or maybe gave you some insights, but I really wanted to do this video and I could only do it quickly if I did it this way. So thank you again for watching. Let me know what you're feeling, and if there are certain takeaways or things that you discovered about yourself and your planning style that you love, or maybe there's a quote that you loved seeing. Let me know in the comments below, and I will link a few things too in the description box so that you can check out a few of my favorite things that I like to incorporate, like Pipstick stickers. There's a discount code there, and this planner is sold out, but hopefully we will get the next one for next year up on Archer and Olive, you know, maybe this fall, okay? Thank you so much for watching. As always, I hope you feel inspired to keep those creative juices flowing and live your best creative life. Thank you so much. Bye.